Hello everyone, JSGC here, and we're here for another Manchester City video. We're going to be doing another transfer update like always, running through the summer 2019 transfer window. So remember, daily Manchester City transfer update, so if you're interested, make sure you press the red button, subscribe, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 4.2k subscribers, real close to that, so it'd be great if we can hit that by the end of today. Make sure also, if you want to go and check out my social media links, you can stay up to date with everything happening with Man City via my Twitter, and also anything happening with JSGC via my Instagram, links in description and popping up on screen. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and also make sure you leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. So we're going to crack on with this video, and like always, we're going to start with the end, and we're going to be talking about a frustrating deal with Joao Cancelo. Now, if you remember in the last transfer update, I was saying City's main target now for the rest of the summer is going to be Joao Cancelo, so it's a little bit of a saga, this one. We're getting contradicting reports and it's very frustrating. So I'm a little bit sorry to report here that, to be honest, we kind of seem to be back to square one when it comes to Joao Cancelo. Juventus apparently want €60 million again for Joao Cancelo. City, of course, willing to pay €50 million. Juventus wants 60. We're still €10 million short. We thought Juventus were prepared to lower it, but it seems at this moment in time, after fabricating some interest from Barcelona and Bayern Munich, they thought, oh, we'll put our demands up again, and it's all just extremely annoying. And if I'm completely honest, I'd make one final offer for him if City wanted to go for him, and if not, just say, forget it. I mean, we need to sell Danilo first. Anyway, this is a very complicated transfer. I'm not going to say I'd be surprised if this transfer went through. It's just an extremely complicated deal where things need to go right. The chances of them going right, well, I'm not gonna. I haven't really got odds on it, but I'd say it's difficult. We'll leave it at that. It's a difficult transfer to get done, and I'm not convinced that it will get done, but there we go. We'll have to wait and see. The summer is long. We're going to move on to Harry Maguire. Now, if you go and check out my video, I'll leave a link up at the end of this video for it. I talked about some alternatives to Harry Maguire yesterday, and I did that because of this news. Now, the Sun were reporting, as I'd said in my last update, City, they're officially out of the race to sign Harry Maguire due to Leicester's price. They want £85 million for him. Manchester City basically said no. Not in the race for him. Man United apparently now have got a clear run to sign Harry Maguire, and it wouldn't surprise me now if Man United stole the deal. No, they've got no interest to compete with, and they'll just wait to see what happens with other alternative targets. But for now, Harry Maguire well to the back of the queue with Manchester City there, and it's frustrating because we need homegrown players, which takes us nicely on to our next player, because yesterday I was reporting about homegrown players and things like that, and I will be doing a video about homegrown players coming up soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that one when I do decide to do that video. But the Mirror are reporting that City do need one more homegrown player to meet the quota for the Premier League. They do need another homegrown player, otherwise they're going to miss out on registering a player, and they're going to have to use it as a make weight. The make weight for that is Mangala. If he doesn't leave, he won't be registered by Manchester City at this moment in time. He's still on Man City's books, and City either going to sell him or won't register him. So it's well within Mangala's best interest to leave. Why we put him on a new deal when we could have just released him and we wouldn't be having this problem and speaking about it right now? Literally, just all we need to talk about is signing a player that's homegrown. It's incredibly frustrating, but City, according to the Mirror, have marked up a new centre-back, a new homegrown player, comes in the form of 40 million rated Nathan Ake. Now, I pointed out yesterday, I did say he was English. I apologise for that. He isn't English, but he is homegrown. He's a Dutch player, but because he's been in England for over 3 years before the age of 21, is classed as homegrown and could be registered as homegrown, just like Angelino. He could be registered as homegrown because he's been in England for more than 3 years before the age of 21. That's why. And so he isn't English but can be registered as homegrown. City are potentially looking at Nathan Ake instead, as they've earmarked him as a potential alternative, and City will take him most seriously in alternative prospects to Harry Maguire. Now we're going to move on to the final in news, and it's a player Manchester City have signed. Now, as reported last week, and it's now been made official, Samuel Edozie from Millwall has signed for Manchester City. He's going to go straight into Manchester City's academy. I think he's 16 years old, been signed for £1 million. There'll be add-ons on that, where that deal will become more expensive if he does turn professional with Manchester City and features for the first team and everything like that. But main bit is, he's a Manchester City player now, so welcome Samuel to Manchester City. We're going to move on to the outs now, and we've got some very interesting bits of out news. First form comes in the form of Fabian Delph. Now, according to sources over in Turkey, they're saying that Galatasaray, they're set to make another offer for Fabian Delph, and they're confident that it will get done. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not I was under the impression that no bid has been made yet for Fabian Delph. So it said that they're making another bid is indicating that they've already made a bid. And I'm not, at this moment in time, fully aware that any bid has been made by any club, just interest. So I'm not too sure on how trustworthy that source was with that, but there we go. Apparently Everton are interested too. Alan Nixon on Twitter was saying that Everton, they're prepared to pay £16 million for Fabian Delph, and Delph, according to Alan Nixon, would be preferred actually to stay in England, which I've envisioned him staying in England. I said a move to Turkey would be out of the ordinary, and it'd be not so much a risky move, it would be a very interesting move. That an Everton move sounds like a more safer bet for Fabian Delph, and that's probably what he'll go to. And £16 million, I think that's a good price. Let me know what you think a good price is for Fabian Delph in the comments below. So we're going to move on to the next player, Aro Muric. A little bit of an update on him. A little bit of a saga, isn't it, really, this Aro Muric deal. Apparently there's plenty of interest from abroad, and half the championship clubs were interested in him. It got narrowed down to Nottingham Forest and Preston North End, who were interested in signing for him. Was expecting him to sign for Nottingham Forest. This was last week. Didn't happen. They sacked the manager, brought a new manager in. The deal stalled. We don't know what's happening. We've had no clarification. The indication from City's end was they're still expecting the transfer to go through, and we've had some sources coming in from the Telegraph saying from Nottingham Forest end they're still expecting that transfer to go through, and it is still on course for now. But that transfer still hasn't been made official, and it's one of those that until it is made official, there's a little bit of doubt there, I would imagine, so we'll have to wait and see. Now, as I said in the last video, I was speaking about Philippe Sandler. Surprised that City wanted to loan him, considering was contemplating not signing a centre-back. So I thought, wow, we'll loan him, but, you know, it doesn't make sense. But we've got an update on Anderlecht, who want to sign him. Now, he was at their game, their friendly game that Vincent Kompany was starting in and playing in against Ajax. Philippe Sandler was in the stadium watching the game, so read into that what you will. But Anderlecht, they want that deal done ASAP, according to sources, or it was from Fox, actually, over in Belgium reporting that. So we are expecting, at some point, Philippe Sandler to leave Manchester City to go and join up with Vincent Kompany. We've got a new friendly relations, with, obviously, with Anderlecht, with Vincent Kompany leading the two links and ties between the clubs. So I imagine that one to be true. We're just going to wait for official confirmation of that to go through. Now, we'll move on to some outrageous transfer talk, because it's transfer season, and what's transfers without a little bit of rumours and a little bit of outrageous claims. Now, it's been reported by a source in Italy that's obviously completely unreliable, and I will say right now this isn't true, but it was hilarious, so I'll put it in there. They're saying that due to Gabriel Jesus having a very impressive Copa America, well, ignore that red card that happened yesterday, but I'm getting angry and pushing things over. But he's had a very good Copa America, hasn't he? Scoring goals, getting assists, very unlucky not to get the player of the tournament, if I'm completely honest. But he's had a very good spell with Brazil, and on the back of that, Juventus, they're getting linked with him, and apparently they want to sign Gabriel Jesus. I mean, a good tournament, all of a sudden now they want to sign Jesus. We're not going to be selling Gabriel Jesus. He'll be staying at Manchester City. Him and John Stones have got a huge season coming up. Very interesting. I'm just going to throw this one out there for everyone to leave in the comments. I said, how much do you value Fabian Delph at? What would you sell him for? Same question. How much would you sell Gabriel Jesus for? I know we're not going to sell him. I'd just love to know what your value is for him. What would you say? Oh, if Juventus made a £150 million bid, then, you know, I'd sell him. So yeah, let me know your thoughts of that in the comments below. What would you value him at? Now we'll move on to the last bit of the news, which is in terms of Fernandinho. Now, according to sources, they're claiming that Manchester City, they want to offer Fernandinho a 12-month extension onto his contract. This is going to be done, they're saying, at around Christmas time, if he can stay injury-free. Pep likes Fernandinho, and he feels that even though Fernandinho is 34 years old, he still has plenty to offer, and wants to have him for a little bit longer by putting him on an extra 12 months, which would be interesting to see. According to other sources, they're saying Fernandinho is incredibly settled in Manchester, and he's extremely open to staying at Manchester City and staying at City for even longer. So there we go. That'd be great having another year of Fernandinho. Absolutely wonderful player there. If you enjoyed this video, if you did enjoy this video, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you go and check out my social media links, which you can find in description below and popping up on screen too. If you want to go check out my Twitter and keep up to date with all things Manchester City news, and my Instagram if you want to keep up to date with JSGC, with things happening in the form of of pictures. You can also go and check out my business email if you so wish. Hit me up with any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. You can find the email in description below, or it's just jsgc171@gmail.com. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. Press the red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Like I said, aiming for 4,200 subscribers, so if we can hit that by the end of today, that'd be absolutely wonderful. Thank you everyone for the continued support. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I'll see you then. So it's been JSGC. We hope all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.